to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans, by fans. With your host, Jesse Martin.
What are you talking about? You're out of your mind.
John Taman.
We finally got professional football back. This is going to be fun.
Scott Hartley.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Max Taylor.
As long as you got Jaden Daniels, you got a chance to win.
Spanning the eras of Washington football. Honoring the past. Commanding the future. And now, the world's worst podcast host, John Taylor.
Hey, everybody, I'm the world's worst podcast host. My name is John Taman, and it doesn't make a goddamn bit of difference because the Philadelphia Eagles lost in the playoffs. They're out, and that's the biggest and best news of January so far. Most of the rest of January news sucks except for that, and that's pretty damn good. I will say this. Every time we start the show, that intro plays, right? And having all that stuff on there in the beginning of us crabbing around about, oh, we got professional football back. And once you've got Jaden Daniels, you've got a chance. And we go at what, 5-13, 5-12? Fuck that. Jesus. All right. So next year's intro is going to be right back to us cursing and cussing. Anyway, speaking of cursing and cussing, here's a guy that can't keep his damn mouth shut. There's my good friend over there to the right. As soon as I find his music, there he is, Jesse. You are coming to us today from the great state of West Virginia. Is that not right?
That is true. That is true.
Very cool. So I'm glad to see that you got the house in the neighborhood that was allowed to have the electric light today. So everything's great there.
It's a candle. It's not a light. It's a candle. I don't know if you can tell.
See, this is our Abraham Lincoln right here. He's going to do the podcast by candlelight, ladies and gentlemen. That's how dedicated. How's things going with you? Everything good?
Things are going. We'll just put it that way.
The beard's growing. That's good. At least the testosterone's still there. Speaking of testosterone being still there, there's our good friend from the Royal Bolshevik, or whatever the fuck it is in UK, Scott Hartley. Now, Scott, we were just talking a minute ago before the show started about how the hell we curse too much on this show, and it cost us a viewer right away because somebody recognized you in the Whirlpool of Barrow. Tell us this tale.
Yeah, I was in a meeting with a manager who's fairly senior in my company. All sitting around the table trying to discuss things. And he said, I'm quite into the NFL, so I thought I'd have a look on YouTube. And I saw you with an old fellow with a beard and a ginger guy. And he said it was a good show, but it wasn't for me. It was too much profanity.
Oh well, see, there you go.
Well, fuck.
There you go. Oh, all right, and down here below, coming in from the great state of South Dakota, Scott G.
Right.
Somebody muted me or something. What's up, Scott?
Trying not to blow away today. Today we have like 40 to 50 mile per hour winds up here in the great state of North Dakota.
North Dakota. All right, I get the confused. One of them is above the other.
Yeah. I'm not associated with Christie. We have Burgum, so we both represent, our lovely cabinet. And
just call him Dakota.
Yeah. Dakota Scott.
Dakota Fanning or Dakota whatever his other name is.
If you go back to the old days of Gold Rush,
right?
The TV show, there was Dakota Fred.
Dakota Fred?
So, yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah,
why don't we call you Dakota Scott? That's pretty cool.
That's fine.
Pete Sidorn's in. Hey, what's up, Pete? We haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. What a description of the podcast. And I'm glad it pulled Pete in like a mackerel at sea looking in the net going, damn, that looks pretty good. What are we going to get? All right. Speaking of something that gets caught in the net, there's our good friend down there, recently engaged, Max Taman. How are you?
What does that mean?
I don't know. He was better than going after something like a mackerel, for Pete's sake.
I mean, the fact that I'm here means I didn't get caught in a net, right?
Yeah, he slipped the net. That's what happened.
But for more crass humor about that from father and son, why don't you go ahead and you can comment your favorite piece of crass humor he's going to say today, and subscribe, because Scott G's always here, and he's always going to be here. So we do it for you. You do it for us.
Right. Now, I would like to put out the disclaimer that Scott G's not always going to be here.
Well, he's not going to be always sitting here, but he's going to be in the chat. God
He's
damn it!
usually here in spirit. That's always good.
Unless he's
As
going to a
like
North
to say in
Dakota
North
basketball
Dakota-
game, and then who knows?
Yeah.
That's like to say in North Dakota, as long as you're within 150 miles, you're a neighbor. Anyway, so give me a little bit of.
You're not wrong.
In North Dakota. We're messing around here for a few minutes, folks. We're gonna find out some things here because, like most Americans, I'm ignorant as fuck when it comes to other places. So, what is it like in North Dakota? I always think really like it's your neighbor is 80 miles away.
No, we have neighbors that are closer than 80 miles, but
Yeah,
you
79.
Yeah, 79. So, but not 6'7". We're not going to do a 6'7" joke here.
Hey. You're like one of them little speck towns in the middle of nowhere, or what?
Well, I live in Minot, where we have an Air Force base, B-52s.
Yeah.
And we have all the Minuteman missiles. So
Yeah.
I always feel like if something did go, all hell breaks loose in the world, I won't feel a thing because I'll be basically nuked and vaporized.
Yeah.
So.
So,
Well, cool,
Scott,
man.
if you ever see the missile start to launch, just send a tweet to us. That way we
Okay.
know.
Everybody right now is
Might give me about 5 minutes to go and get into the things that I build at work, Scott G. So yeah, we'll be all right.
I feel you, Scott. I've been living at Scott G. At Ground Zero practically all my life. There, I equated you with Ground Zero.
Yeah.
I've been living there all my life. You know, when it's going to happen, there's nowhere I can get to fast enough.
There were, I forgot what TV show it was, but in the background there was basically a map of the world with like different stars locating like some of the different like key nuclear locations and everything else. And my backyard was one of the stars on the show.
There you go. So for all you people that are interested in where the ICBMs are buried, they're in Scott's shed.
Yeah.
That's all.
They're in Scott's shed. Nice.
That's right.
Why is the garden glowing, love? I've no idea.
Look at the size of them
Why
tomatoes.
is my fingers drooping today?
Holy shit.
And the NFL's complaining about bloody electromagnetic fields outside the 49ers stadium. Have you been to Scott's backyard? Come on now.
Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting to, like when they do the practices to move like the different missiles. Half the time they're empty, but
Oh yeah.
there's other times. I mean, they pull out, and if you think you're going to get around them or do anything, be prepared to have machine guns pointed at you. They'll direct you right over the side of the road and say, "No, you're going to park right there. You're not going to move." So.
That's life in North Dakota, I would think. I mean, really, honestly, if you're going to Walmart, you have about a 40% chance of Indian attack. Am I wrong?
You're probably a little overstated on that one.
They come out and surround your SUV and start riding around in circles.
No.
All right, that was a hard.
We got them under control, but they're friendly neighbors.
Friendly neighbor. All right. Okay, so there you go. A little bit about North Dakota and Minot. Where the B-52s are. And so, you know what? They might be flying soon. And so we're going to get to this podcast here. Where this is a Washington Commanders podcast, whether you can realize it or not. It really is. And we got some news this week. So let's start real fast and go around the room. Where's our bongo player? Where's Beatnik Barney? Let me see here. There he is. Well, let's see. Give him a chance to get warmed up. All right, Jesse, let's talk about David Blough. Go.
Blow me.
Blough you. All right, Scotty, what do you got to say about David Blough?
We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens with him.
Scott G, what do you got?
Cautiously optimistic.
Cautiously optimistic, Max.
We'll see in September.
We'll see in September. We'll see in September. I'm with Scott G. I'm cautiously optimistic. So we'll go around the room. What do you got there, Jesse? Tell me more about why you're kind of.
I don't see how we can be cautiously optimistic when the fact is we know jack and dick about what this dude's all about.
That's
okay.
fine.
He's a smart guy.
Welcome to
he's
Jack
a
and
fucking
Dick
smart guy.
You guys.
Okay. He's been in the league coaching for 2.5 fucking seconds. I still think this was a knee-jerk reaction. The Detroit Lions supposedly interviewed him, but we don't even know if it was for the offensive coordinator job or not, or if they even offered him the job or not. Yeah, man, I just think we could have done a hell of a lot better. Sorry, I'm not over the moon about this move at all.
All right, Scotty, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not. I was initially on Jesse's wavelength, especially after seeing the show last week when it was announced.
Seriously, isn't it all just gray and gloomy? On that wavelength, it's just
I see what you're saying. But no, I was agreeing with Jesse at the time. But now I've looked at it, I've slept on it. I think to myself, well, actually, how many times have we seen that fucking graphic with all these coaches that left the next big thing, the McVays, the Shanahans, etc. Yes, it does seem a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. They wanted to keep him in the building, fair enough. But I tell you what, it is. It's brave of Dan Quinn because this absolutely puts the cat amongst the pigeon. He has literally gone, I'm all in. You know what I mean? I'll push my chips into the table.
Playoffs or he's gone.
It is. It's shit or bust, isn't it? Exactly that.
He made this move. He's on playoffs or bust next year. Scotty G, you're cautiously optimistic. Let me hear what you got to say.
Well, I mean, he's been around the league. I mean, yes, he's only had 2 years of coaching, so that's probably the biggest concern. But if you talk to the different individuals that have been around him, they all talk about how well he's. I mean, even they talked to Deuce Staley when he was a coach in Detroit and Blough was playing there. He basically said that guy's going to be a coach. So he has the acumen, and just like other young coaches, sometimes, a backup quarterback, many times I would compare him to a catcher in baseball. They're always many times the cerebral guy that, they can be a backup because they don't need a ton of reps. They can just come in, manage the game, get through. Are they going to light the world on fire with athletic ability? No, but they know the game inside and out. So
true, Max. What did I always say about who's the best managers? Who makes the best managers in baseball?
The bench player,
the guy on the bench watching the manager every day, right? Second string quarterback. So Max, your answer was kind of so. What do you think?
We don't know. So could we be like Jesse and overreact on a negative sense? Yes. Could we be
across the bow there?
Jesse knows. Could we be the exact opposite and overreact and think we're going to go win the Super Bowl with this guy? Yes. Of course. Should we? No. We don't know what he's going. We don't know what he's going to do. All we know is what people have said. We don't know what system this guy's going to run.
Right.
Like we know where he draws. We know.
Do we even know if he has a system? That's the fucking thing. We got.
Who did I see the other day that said that he doesn't even have anything drawn out? Which
we know what he's played under, so we know what he's going to try and draw from. But we don't know what he's actually going to do. We don't know his philosophy for how he calls plays. We don't know anything.
Listen,
wait. My turn. We went around the room with my turn. Here's why I'm cautiously optimistic. For one, I think you're right that there is a slight overreaction in not wanting to let the next prodigy get away and hoping that this guy is it. They jumped in from assistant quarterbacks coach to offensive coordinator. But when he does design an offense, we see the ingredients he's going to be working with. These players, these offensive coordinators he's worked under, these guys he's worked under are good. And the only quarterback he's ever coached is Jaden Daniels. So whatever he designs is going to be 100% Jaden Daniels. It is not going to be any kind of situation where he's coming in trying to plug Jaden Daniels into a system or trying to adapt a system to Jaden Daniels. It's going to be built around what he has right now. This is going to be, it's a virgin. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be probably messy at first, but holy smokes, man. You do it right.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, right? John. I agree with what you're saying on the looking at all of the people who he's been under. He's got Kevin O'Connell, he's got Ben Johnson, he's got bits with Kingsbury still, and then Shanahan as well. He's got a lot of good people who they can go back to and look at. But as Max said, we don't know what the scheme's going to be. We've got no idea how they're going to run it. It will shape the offseason as well. Going into free agency, going into the draft, it's going to shape a lot of things around what we do offensively, who we get in, what kind of things we're doing, how we're going to run the ball, what we're going to do receiver-wise. There's a lot of unknowns, and that's why I think Jesse is cautiously pessimistic, and maybe Scott G and me would be.
I don't think there's any caution with Jesse.
Yeah,
there's none.
Yeah, he's pessimistic.
No.
I was being polite.
No, I'm pessimistic until the guy proves me wrong, and I hope he does prove me wrong. No, listen, don't get me wrong. I am rooting for the guy. I'm rooting for the guy, but I ain't expecting it. I'm not expecting anything. Like what Max was saying about the graphics and all these coaches. The thing about those graphics is those coaches They were
nowhere near
coaches.
ready. They were nowhere near ready.
It's like that's not necessarily true, but they've been coaching for a long time,
Jesse.
and they worked their way up.
Right, but so the 2013 graphic is who we're talking about.
Yeah.
McVay wasn't a head coach for another 5 years. Shanahan wasn't another head coach for another 4 years.
Hold on. But go ahead.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
LaFleur wasn't another head coach for 6 years. So elevating them that high, oh God, we're taking shots here. I mean,
what's up there, Scouts?
Elevating him that high this soon, could it be a reach? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you jumped him all over from assistant quarterbacks coach to offensive coordinator. It's definitely a reach.
He's assistant jockstrap holder to fucking you got the offense now, and that's my issue with the whole thing.
Right. My optimism entirely stems from the he's going to draw from and the player he's coaching. Like I said, this is not going to be.
I like where you're going with that, John. Sure, that's a good point.
From scratch. I mean, with up at the
but listen to this. Like what I'm coming from is like how is he going to handle different situations in the game? There's so many things that come up that he's got to be ready for, and I don't think he's going to be ready for.
Well, that's possible. That's possible. I will say this, as the old guy, all right, Joe Gibbs was 0-5 in his first season with the number one offense in the league. We were talking about that earlier this week on some of the social media that we get on, a little discussion about it. I can remember Sports Illustrated had a big article. There was a picture of Joe Theismann on the ground looking around like, holy fuck, what just happened? We were 0-5 with the number one offense. It didn't make any damn sense whatsoever, and then Gibbs adjusted. So Blough, we'll see if he can. And I would think my main concern there is don't over-adjust. You know what I'm saying? Don't over-fluctuate. When you say about inexperience, that's what happens. Once you get that fucking – you've seen that video of that bridge from the 50s in Seattle, right, where it just keeps going and then it falls over? If you haven't, YouTube that thing.
And also what Taman is saying is when you're on the goal line, hurry up and fucking hike the ball and just fucking put it.
It's true.
That's right. Scott G, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Touch the center's ass, and that's the signal. Go. As soon as you feel me on your sphincter, snap the ball.
Highest ever short views, by the way. That one. The old man rant.
Old man rant. All right, look. Pete Sidorn, nice to see you. At the end of the day, we don't know anything. We can only see what he does if we made a mistake. Okay, you're right. So this is let me just throw this back out around the room and tell me if I'm insane or not. But I honestly believe the fact that he's got nothing to work from except who he's had coach around him and Jaden Daniels. He hasn't coached any other quarterbacks. He hasn't been with any other teams. I think that can be that can be like a perfect system, a perfect situation, don't you think? Am I off?
For a year until everyone finds out.
Well, Jesus, let's get this guy out of here.
Again, you can scheme up. Every play that scheme is designed to pretty much score a touchdown from every offensive. But
get the book out.
Yeah.
Every play is to score a touchdown. Right? That's lesson 4.
Who's to say he's ready? He's ready to call the correct coordinated plays on you have 45 seconds left and you're on the opposing 25-yard line.
Right?
Is he ready to take that?
With that, I'm gonna just. It's not like he's never played football.
Thank you, Scouts.
No, but isn't it? It's an intense situation. And he's got to be.
He won one game.
You're right. Is it?
You're right, and I would have to think that Scouts has a point here. John said well, John, he should be a lump of clay that can be molded. That is the upside, and of course, you'll see everybody, ladies and gentlemen, that he spelled molded with the English version with the U in it, which makes us a very classy. Yeah. Thank you.
Exactly, Joe.
Right. All right. Now you see that there? We do this show right. That's where I'm coming from. Scott, what do you think about that? And you
I agree.
Whoever opens their mouth first.
Scott G. Go with Scott G first.
I mean, I guess to me,
Scott fight.
I mean,
He's the better looking one, John. It's okay.
yeah.
Oh, fucking flip a coin on that one.
I mean, I guess.
Who invited the homeless man in the middle? Fucking hell.
Let's just go alphabetically today. Scott G's up.
Yeah, I mean, for me, everyone that says, when it comes to a head coaching hire, everyone always says, hey, we don't want a retread. We want something new and fresh. Now, for the offensive coordinator, okay, we're hiring someone that he's never played calls, but there's always a first time for somebody. So we don't want retreads for a head coach, but now when we actually go out on the limb, take a chance on a young guy that has an opportunity to go out and prove himself. Now, we needed to wait and hire the proven guy. Well, then there's with the risk that it becomes high reward. Could it flop? Right. Absolutely.
Right. Now, Scott Hartley, let me ask you this.
Yep.
When you're talking about a coach with no experience, we're talking about a first time. Do you think it really matters if the first time, he kind of falls out and comes on the pillow and maybe cries a little after?
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, John. You went there. I like it. To Scott G's point, though, it is a good point. We're always asking for the next big thing, the new offensive mind, the genius that can hold the wheel. There's a few out there who we could have hired. Would it cost a lot of money? Yes, probably. Was McDonald probably going to get a job from elsewhere? Yes, but it's one of them. It's what do you do? You have to give the guy an opportunity. They think he's right for this job. It's been signed off. The coaching staff, as in Dan Quinn and the GM Adam Peters, have put their chips firmly in the middle of the table, and they'll either flourish or they'll pay the consequence. Because this time next year we could be looking at new GM, new head coach, everything, or going again. It depends.
Leave that up.
Or we could be looking at playoffs. Yeah. We don't know.
I want to read this. This just came up on the screen there from our chat there. Fuerte. We're just going to go ahead and call you Fuerte. Fert said for ADB, I thought the Niners were getting booted first. Here's a bunch of clown pictures and some laughy emojis and shit. Keep watching them from the couch haters.
Didn't we all pick the
I thought
Niners?
We all picked the Niners.
I think we
all
did.
Picked the Niners. You get the wrong podcast.
Yeah, but hey, this is, I think, the end for them. We'll get to that later on in the show. So hang around there in the chat, man.
I will disagree with that one.
All
but
right,
yeah, we all picked the Niners to win. We did. Every one of us did.
You fucking hate the Eagles, Holmes. Right. Thank you, Fuerte, for stopping through to mistake us for whoever you were. This is like when you walk up behind somebody in the store and you think it's a friend of yours, and you go, "Hey, oh fuck." Skins Nation says, "Can we please rebuild the defense?" And I seriously doubt Dan Quinn is the one who can do it. Is AP on the clock as well, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me ask the gentleman, Max. What do you think?
I don't think so. I don't think that AP would be on the clock as much as Dan Quinn.
Good man, Fuerte.
I mean, look,
they're all on demand. You can go look and see.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
Before we get the Skins Nation's question too, this is another point I want to make before I forget. This is a pivotal year for Jaden Daniels. Pivotal year, and it's another reason why I'm skeptical about this. It just doesn't. I just don't know if this guy's the right dude to.
Don't know that he's not.
Take Jaden to the next step where he needs to be.
Well, I see. Here's where I come from with that. Is for one, it's a very small fraternity, and all of them talk. Right? He can pick up a phone call if he gets, and talk to mentors around the league that he's had. They'll talk to him. Maybe that clown up in Chicago won't, because he seems to be a dick. If he was my coach, I'd be very happy. But I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I was thinking about what Skins Nation had said. Can we please rebuild the defense? I'll tell you this. I hope so. We were talking about this on social media over the last couple of weeks. I think Disco brought it up about how frustrating it is that our linebacker positions are so flipping bad for as long as we've had linebackers as coaches. It just seems to be ridiculous, man, and I can't stand it. I think Dan Quinn is definitely playoffs or bust. AP, I'm not sure.
Because my thing with AP is there isn't anything on the market for him to go get. the things that he has gotten in terms of retooling the team, in terms of Tunsil, in terms of Debo, that he actually had to give up assets for, have been hits aside from Lattimore. You're right. So he's what, 3-1 in terms of wins on trades?
He gave up a lot for Lattimore. It's not about 3-1. He gave up hardly anything for Debo. If that didn't work out, we lose a 5th-round pick. He gave up a lot more than that for Lattimore. So that is a big.
I mean,
right, but we can also argue with Lattimore.
Nobody hits on everything.
No, you're right.
It's true.
We've all been over that. We all wanted that.
But to Skins Nation's point there, I think I appreciate with Quinn trying to rebuild the defense, and with AP, it goes hand in hand. But him bringing in Brian Flores for an interview is a plus in my book. That means he's willing to branch out, because if he brings in someone like Flores, that's going to be his defense. You know, it's going to be possibly, but Flores isn't getting an NFL head coaching job right now. He's just not. But but for him to even bring him in an interview shows me that Dan Quinn's is willing to take a little bit of a back seat. Taking his hands off the defense.
I don't disagree with Jesse. I always think Dan Quinn just wants to be the leader of men and be the culture builder, be the guy in charge in the main. Then he said he can, if he can handle it and go, right, you know what, your defense is your defense, get on with it, and egos get left at the door. Brilliant. That is exactly what you want. Is it going to cost a serious amount of money from Josh Harris? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to cost you a fortune.
Sounds the great contrarian. I thought Flores was shit, Jesse. I thought Flores I would love to hear Scouse just try to say Flores.
Scouse, you bit. Much fishing, like Scouse always tries to do, and he bit on it.
All right.
There you go then.
Got him.
If we're gonna swap over to defensive, I'm not getting ready to swap to defensive yet, because we also made a quarterback coach hire this week that set off a bunch of people with some stupid stuff about nepotism and all of that sort of thing. And I'm going to go first on this one, boys, because I got a quick point that I want to make about nepotism in the NFL. Typically speaking, all right, like Brian Schottenheimer, right, grew up as from a child on up on the sidelines of NFL football games, watching his father lose playoff games. But, well, that's a story for another time. But the fact is, most of these guys, like Doug Williams' kid, it's not just this isn't, IBM, where they just go, give goddamn Corky a job and just stick him in there and let him fucking look at a computer screen. It's different. All right. These kids, these kids grew up in the game. They know what they're doing. Yeah. Right. So I don't want to hear it anymore about nepotism or anything like that until they fail. And then you can say anything you want. Scott G, what do you think?
It's a quarterback's coach. Hopefully it works. Don't really know any background on, how good of a coach he is.
He's been attached to the Falcons the last 2 years.
I don't see where that is.
And he was with the Saints before then. And
he was with the Saints. For me, though, it is a positive, because he's developed Michael Penix. Michael Penix had us on the ropes.
Dude, come on. Did you just hear yourself, for fuck's sake?
That's someone who just beat us badly this year, and then the year before we went 12-5, had us beaten in overtime.
My net lets more water through than your net.
All right, look, that's it.
Go ahead, Scott. Since I've thrown Max off. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I kind of agree with Max in a way. I don't think it's a bad hire. I think it is nepotistic. I do. But everywhere in the NFL is like that. We've had how many coaches' sons on hired on staffs here? Do you know what I mean? They've all been here. So it is what it is. You're not ever going to get away with that. And every team is the same in the NFL. Is it TJ Williams? Or I can't even remember his first name. DJ. DJ. Thank you.
Doug Jr.
Doug Jr. There you go. So either or. Is it continuity thing with Jaden Daniels? He looks up to Doug, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It seems like we're pushing everything around Jaden Daniels, which maybe is a good thing. Who knows? But it's a big year for JD5 as well. So
we haven't made any other changes offensively, and I mean, like we
need an offensive line coach.
Well, yeah, we did
big time.
The offensive line coach.
And that's probably the most important thing we need to get.
We got rid of our wide receivers coach, didn't we?
No.
We kept. Are we still got Bobby Ingram? I'm way
yeah.
off on that. But we kept. We've got Ron Lynn still, don't we? He didn't go to Penn State.
Anthony Lynn.
Ron Lynn.
As far as I know, Anthony Lynn's still there. All right, Skins Nation says, I'm worried that we may have the worst coach in the division and we still don't have an identity. I disagree with this.
He says
Dan Quinn can only do
Slim Jim. Slim Jim. Go ahead,
Dan Quinn Dan Quinn's a good coach. He's a good motivator. Players play for Dan Quinn. Period.
Yeah, agreed.
They always
you never hear a bad word about him.
You saw that at the end of the season.
Yeah. And I like Dan Quinn. I want Dan Quinn here. We just need the right coordinators. Period.
Right.
Get the right coordinators, and we need AP. We all knew this was going to take time, guys. That 12-5 was unexpected, but we knew this roster was in shambles when they took over. We knew it was going to take time.
Yeah, there was not only that, but last year, we'll once again remind the world that the NFL, everybody was flush with cap. They had plenty of space. So if they wanted to keep a player, they could keep a player. And like I always say, I go right back to Myles Garrett, the man who said to everybody, if you don't think I'm a Hall of Famer, watch this, and had himself a fucking season, who would not play for Cleveland again. I'm tired of playing for a loser. Oh, my God, that's a lot of money. Let me sign this fucking piece of paper and do this for the Browns. So that's what we dealt with last year. So all these folks that talk about Adam Peters and going after old players that, going on the cheap. Look, man, there wasn't a lot on the shelf. You know what I mean? There just wasn't a lot on the shelf. So he didn't
because he picked, the coach, other coordinators doesn't mean he's a bad coach. I don't think those two things are one and the same.
No, I think I agree with Jesse in that he's a very good motivator, a good leader of men, and I think that that is a positive. He can be a good delegator. He can be a good coach. All right, so let's slide over to the defensive side of the ball. That's where
one additional item on the offense. We hired another coach today, the assistant quarterback coach, Danny Etling.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Who? Yeah, Danny Etling.
Oh, right.
Danny Etling?
The assistant jockstrap holder.
Fucking A!
I just want to recap that Dad did say going into the show he wants to watch his language more.
Hey, look, man, with Danny Etling, I get excited. Scotchy, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely, you get it. I mean,
was he not third stringer at Green Bay at the Packers or something?
Yeah, I know. He played professionally. It said from Kimes' tweet, he played professionally from 2018 to 2025. It would be his first coaching position. He spent 1 year at Purdue when Blough was there, and then he was at LSU as a player.
And what were we talking about, nepotism before? Hello.
Yeah, well, everyone's always connected.
Everything's nepotism.
Yeah. Heck, how do you think I got onto the show?
That's right. My aunt's cousin's sister knows Scott's deli manager.
I mean, how did Max get on here?
Very true.
Hey, some of this. All right, that resets everything. Now, getting on to the defense. Okay, so defensive coordinator. We seem to be taking our time, and I'm fine with that. The names that they're interviewing are good. The fact that they were even allowed to now, tell me if I'm wrong, but the rule was that if a coordinator wants to make a lateral move, they have to give him
you have to be
his contract's up.
Flores' contract is up.
Okay, that makes it different. Look, if they can pull him, if they can pull him in, I would be so happy. An attacking defense makes me salivate.
We haven't had one of those since Greg Williams.
Not even
fucking
that.
Call Greg Williams.
Do you like Gannon? What do you think of Gannon?
Gannon's number 2.
Gannon is a really he was great in Philly.
Yeah, I agree. But he had the talent around him. So does that mean that it's all down to him, or is it down to the talent on the field?
Listen, I mean that goes with any defensive coordinator. You have to have talent.
I know.
All right, so let me ask this.
Minnesota has talent. That's why Flores had success there. I mean, yes.
So
Flores he's had success everywhere. His defense has always been good.
Yeah, I mean, he's able to get the most out of any talent he has. So he elevates.
The reason why I think it's because He says to the quarterback, we're going to kill you. We're coming at you. And he goes at the quarterback all effing day. And I have said for years that now that they've changed all the rules, the best way to stop anything now is to go disrupt the quarterback. And that, I think, is what they do. And take the ball away, come second. So, oh, man, I would love it if we had Brian Flores.
Yeah. I mean, his defense shut us out. And so, of course, Dan said, I want to
call him
on my staff.
All right.
I don't know why he'd want to come here. I think if I'm him and they look at me and they say, okay, why are you coming here? I'd be like, okay, well, I just saw my offense lay up 31 on you.
It's going to cost a pretty fucking penny.
Well, it's a good thing that we're building a new stadium to fucking make that money back.
Cap on coaches.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. And I'll tell you what, even though you talk about Greg Williams, back in the day, and again, I'm the old guy, yeah, man, when you have a defense that just look at the Texans, when you have a defense that does that, my God, it is so satisfying. It is so satisfying. It doesn't matter if your offense is average. You can just go out and stick your thumb on top of everybody, and it's wonderful. So, Scotty,
yes,
I haven't heard from you. What do you like on defensive coordinator? Where are you standing?
Flores would be number one for me. Gannon number two. 70 sacks in the time he was in Philadelphia in their Super Bowl season when they got beat in the Super Bowl against Kansas City. And then I think both.
Who were his line? Do you recall?
The guy, I can't remember who else was it on. Who was on his line? They were. Guy went to the Falcon. Went to the Cardinals this year. Edge rusher.
That's
Can't remember.
Brennan Graham.
Hassan Reddick.
Hassan Reddick, thank you. He had his best season, obviously, in the NFL. I like Gannon, but he got done because, I mean, imagine being on your first day on the job as a head coach and Hard Knocks cameras are there, and you're talking about did you get the bus? Did you get on the? Did you ride the bus? Did you drive here? He was very monotone. But again, I've heard people talk about him and say they'll play for him. He's a good coach. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it. They're the two that I would look at. Maybe we're waiting for other dominoes to fall and because people are still trying to obviously fill head coaching roles and the playoffs are still going on. So this could take another couple of weeks, I think, before we get anywhere close to having a DC here.
All right, so I'll throw it down to you, Scotty G. Who are you looking at that are still in the playoffs now that we could potentially be looking at a defensive coordinator? I mean, I'm not necessarily looking for specific names. If you don't have,
I'll give you a specific name. I think it would be Carl Scott from Seattle. Mm-hmm. Even though it would be a high risk because it's another guy that's never called defensive plays. Mm-hmm. But you have a guy that's from one of the top defenses that in the playoffs right now very well could take him to the Super Bowl. And the other item, if you listen to a few different, Candy and Woolway on their show, Candy's always giving a hint. No. Hey, look at teams that we play next year and who's had success. Who's on our schedule next year? NFC West. Seattle did well against them, so I would go there. I mean, there are a few other coaches, but I think some of those guys are probably going to be holding out for head coaching jobs. But
wait a minute, Skins Nation, or for whatever we said, okay, I will believe you now until September. Dude, don't believe us. Don't believe us. I mean,
fans, we're just fans. Fans are stupid. All of us are.
Yeah, don't believe us.
The other possibility.
Don't put your house on anything because of what we said.
Would potentially be like Joe Cullen from the Chiefs, who has had, I think, 1 year of being a play caller. Mm-hmm. Scott's the guy that's, he's a secondary guy. So, hey, can he improve, Mikey and some of those guys? Then you go to Cullen, who's a D-line guy. Can he actually get a pass rush with, Newton and, improve those? So those would be the two non-Flores. The easy answer is, let's take D-Flow.
The Kansas City guy is interesting because they do. I mean, they go after the quarterback. They go fucking
crazy.
Cover zero all the damn time.
Spags, though, isn't it?
Defenses that go after quarterbacks.
Yeah, go after the quarterback. I'm all for it, man. Let's just, if you're going to live by the sword, die by the sword. And if you're playing defense, you better have a fucking sword, right, Max? Am I wrong?
No. I mean, my biggest worry about anyone from Seattle is Mike McDonald's defense. That defense travels with Mike McDonald. I don't know if an assistant can recreate that. I mean, look what happened to Baltimore's defense when he left. So
true, but they got a lot of injuries too.
I mean, yes, but this is also like that defense was 32nd in the league for the first 8 games 2 years in a row. So injuries or not, that scheme doesn't follow.
Okay. Well, maybe the clown up in Baltimore was just a moron and couldn't do it. I mean, that's always a possibility.
I mean, that too.
Yeah, that was it Brendan Orr? He was
Zach
Zach Orr. Yeah, he was terrible.
All right, hang on one second. We do have some other topics to get to here. We have a new stadium rendition. We've got some renderings to look at of what the new stadium, and I got to tell you, I like it. I think that the outside renderings with all the columns.
Huge.
I mean, yeah, it is huge.
Mm-hmm.
And the columns look very cool, and it looks very Washington with the columns. The top looks to me like saran wrap. Am I wrong in thinking?
Well, I mean, it's a rendering. Golly,
it's
not like they're going to print out the picture and put it on the ground.
Tupperware Stadium. Right.
The Tupperware Stadium.
Right.
Someone keeps saying this. Who was saying it looks like a toilet bowl?
No,
I mean,
stadium
look,
looks like a toilet
you know what
bowl
looks like a toilet bowl
really.
is what the Bears are going to build in Indiana, by the way.
You know, one of the first jokes I ever did as Bang Cartoons was when they shut down the vet, when the Buccaneers went in there and had a big playoff game and beat the Eagles in the fucking vet. And that was the last game in the vet. And I did this thing of Warren Sapp sitting on the vet and taking a shit. So that's what I used to do for fun way back 25 years ago.
I think any stadium that is in a circular shape, the rivals will always make it look like a toilet.
I mean, hate to break it to you, but every stadium is a circle.
Well,
Yeah.
U.S. Macon, Minnesota's more. They do that one after a ship, a Norwegian ship.
When I take a shit, I think of the Giants. It helps me move my bowels.
Yeah.
So
I mean, look, we're going to be in 5 years going to Reynolds Wrap Stadium, as John
Reynolds Wrap Stadium. No,
no. Listen, when I saw the renderings, I was emotionally moved. You know, because it gives you that reminder of the old RFK. It has hints of that. Yeah. And you know, it brought me back. It brought me back. It did, and I like it. I really do like it. I think it's going to be fantastic. Now,
I love the fact that
the mission is going to be a little bit different story.
We'll get on to that. I love the fact that the old foundations are going. Well, the new foundations have gone on top of the old foundations to keep it there, and that the field is going to be in exactly the same position as the old field. That's pretty cool. Looking at it at night time, it looks amazing from the nighttime rendering shot that they did. It looks classic, like it's keeping in line with the other buildings that they've got in DC.
It's part of the mall.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It looks amazing. And when you're driving across from Anacostia River, it looks like it's going to swallow you up. It's fucking massive, isn't it? 65,000 to go up to.
Is just going to be amazing.
Your 65,000 to go up to 17.
Wavering brown, Grecian, gorgeous building.
Yeah, it's because 65 is the minimum for the World Cup.
Correct. Yeah.
So
for a World Cup
that's
final.
the minimum.
But let's be honest here. You're getting a World Cup this year. You aren't getting another World Cup for at least 20 years.
Well,
so
they're saying 70 plus.
Let's get this one off the ground first.
And
I'm not worried about a World Cup. They're more worried about a Taylor Swift concert. But I love the renderings. People are worried about tailgating. They'll figure something out.
Who cares?
Well, they came out today. I forgot who was on one of the shows. They were saying like the renderings right now that had all the parking garages. The parking garages are going to be a few years down the road. So it's like in 2040 is when they'll have. Up until between 2030 and 2040, they were saying there's going to be more like surface lots. So there's going to be opportunities for tailgating. Is it the same as what you guys are probably used to? I mean, I'll admit I've never been to a home game.
Here it is, Scott.
You're not missing
much.
You
live in North Dakota, right? With big, long, empty, flat land. Go stand out in the middle of it with about 20 friends and fucking drink in the rain.
Yeah,
there you go.
So if you go to like in Minnesota, we're a downtown stadium. There's tailgating. I mean, there's isolated lots that are specifically designated for tailgate, but there's people that will tailgate in any parking lot that they're in. I mean, the hotel I stayed at when I was there in September, it's they're tailgating.
I didn't notice what the land plot was because the armory is right there. So I'm assuming the armory is still there. All right.
Yes.
So
Yeah, and that's staying.
The armory's huge. Okay, and it's not all filled with arms and weapons. They're going to turn that place into a fucking party junction. That place is going to be filled with bars. What do you want to bet? That's money just sitting there. And for all
The armory's staying.
For everybody saying, look, tailgate. Necessity is the mother of invention. Party barges. Start a company. Party barges on the river.
Metro
right there by the
tailgate at the metro stations. Like,
yeah, there you go.
That's something that I'm worried about. Is
so Scott G. Well, the reason we're actually having you on the show today. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. 45 minutes in, we're going to
introduce Scott G.
These are the designers that created the Vikings Stadium, right? And you went to the Vikings Stadium this year. And my first question to you is, why the fuck do we want them creating our stadium when we couldn't even score a point in that one?
Well, we hope we have the same defense in our new stadium. That's why we need to hire Brian Flores. Yeah. No, but I mean, that stadium, US Bank is, that and SoFi and probably Allegiant Stadium. I mean, they are absolutely, it's a beautiful stadium. And especially if you compare it to what they used to have, the Metrodome.
Right.
It's, now, is it a perfect stadium? No. I mean, if you talk to, LJ afterwards, where she sat, there was some, congestion and that kind of stuff because they have different club levels and they needed to scan extra access. But for the most part, I think the mall area out in front of US Bank is basically an open party area where they have live music. They have their own kind of like a team sponsored bar area and tailgate,
So there you go.
You'll
get your go-go bands and overpriced fucking drinks.
Now, real quick, because
like always,
the stadium is being built in Washington, D.C., and if memory serves right, the Vikings, when they were building that stadium, had a very bad time with birds. You guys remember
that was just a bunch of bullshit.
Thousands of birds were getting killed by flying into that stadium.
You understand?
That's why we have the lower ceiling.
Right. Well, what I mean is, we're in Washington, D.C. If birds are dropping dead, someone's going to have a conniption fit.
Dude, if you look at the shape of our stadium and the shape of their stadium and how birds were banging into that stadium, they'd have to be dive bombing our 50-yard line to have that to be a problem. And I would also bring up once again,
they're going
to look, if you are too stupid to get the fuck out of the way of a big, gigantic building that's 3 blocks long and 5 blocks high, you ain't going to go forward into the goddamn gene pool, and that's it, Mr. Starling. Thank you.
Do you know what, though? You've got to be lucky that the birds over your end aren't the same seagulls that we've got over here, because ours have got construction hats on and smoking cigarettes. They're fucking massive. Bench press dogs in their spare time and eat nothing but KFC.
Right, we're going to eat that sandwich, right?
Yeah, and the other good thing is with this design, it's the toilet bowl, with the how it swoops in the middle. In Minneapolis, the glass and the translucent, it goes upward. So then, as the birds fly, they fly into it there. Where they may not fly in as many. The columns here will give the birds a fair warning.
Do people really have?
We want to kill the eagles anyway.
Saddle? I don't have a toilet seat that looks like a saddle. Do you?
No.
All right then. Well, I mean, Scott, we've already determined that you people don't know how to work toilets as it is.
This is true.
Story.
It's not true. It's not true. The first thing you did when you got off the plane was like, "You're right. There's no water in this toilet bowl."
That's right, and that's we've been through this over and over and over again. We're never going to agree on it. This is the kind of thing that started a world war, Mr. Sir.
It's true. Can we talk about the prices or the prices of the tickets?
Tell us. This is early
today.
I got the. I did get the email too. I just have not opened.
So did I.
Yet.
So did I.
He's like, I don't want to touch it.
Chris Bryant put an email out, a post out, basically saying, based on the Washington Commanders survey, this is the suggested prices for plus PSL. So he said low end is between 2K per seat and 1.1K PSL license, and the high end is 28K per seat and 114,000 PSL. And he said, yes, you heard that right. 29 is most likely the last year for most of us. Then he's obviously put on what he would look at. So it's a club seat, club level 1 behind the end zone, which includes all food and beverages. It's 8,400 for an annual season ticket and a PSL license of $24K. So obviously that's quite a lot of money to be pushing out. So we've had this discussion kind of in one of the other chats about is it outpricing the normal fan? Yeah, but you've got to pay for a stadium. And you've got to, then the investment isn't free. You're going to regenerate the area. You're going to get jobs. You're going to get income and revenue through that towards the team. But that isn't going to cover nearly $4 billion or $3.2 billion, whatever it is, that they're going to pay out for this stadium.
I'll say this.
Go ahead, Jesse.
Those PSLs are still not as expensive as other stadiums.
No, they're not.
But they better fucking win. They better fucking win. Because if they do not win, they're not going to be selling seats. They're not going to be selling season tickets.
I would like to remind them.
And we do. And we will say PSLs are a one-time payment.
Yeah, it's not every year.
It doesn't make a bit of fucking difference. Al Davis came up with the idea to charge you a fee for the right to pay for your seat. It's fucking ridiculous. And then people buy it because this is the NFL. And look, for everybody that's going to bitch about it, and what you just said, Scott, about it's pricing out the regular fan, yes, it is. The regular fan doesn't go to the Super Bowl. Not very many. All right. When you look at Washington and why they wanted Snyder out, I mean, all of this ties back. Why they wanted him out so bad, because he was so bad for the league, is because there's so much money in this area. All right. This is one of the richest areas in the country, and they can't let that go. This is a jewel. So for those prices, man, they'll give those fucking club level seats to congressmen. And man, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Right. So, yes, the NFL's going to have to find that pitch point. Right now, they're making money, so they're not going to change, and they're going to keep pushing it. People bitching, oh, we got to buy all these streaming services to watch television, watch a football game. Until it stops, until people stop, they're not going to stop.
Again, this is just a survey.
Yeah.
Right. They're throwing out feelers right now.
So you can pay your PSL license, by the looks of it, over a 10-year period if you wanted to.
Yes. Yep.
So actually, when you look at that, what was Chris's, 24 grand over 10 years? It's a car. It's like having a car payment, isn't it, I suppose, in some respects? Because,
what kind of car is that?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
go-kart.
Yeah, how much is a car? I don't know. There you go then. Well, I'm way off. So yeah, you're probably looking at realistically, family car, probably looking at £40,000. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So realistically, 10 years worth of sales is probably there or thereabouts. It's like having a car payment, isn't it? Really.
If you spread it out over 10 years, I mean, I'm not going to get into the finances of it because, quite frankly, I hate fucking thinking about numbers. I'm not a numbers person.
Fair enough.
Until we get into the NFL this week. So, just one thing I want to ask Scott G, because you were in the Viking Stadium, designed by the same company that is going to be building our stadium. Are we going to have to deal with the Vikings?
Well, every few years, but we'll still beat them.
All right. Oh, right. Right. Can we score a point in our stadium?
Yeah, hopefully, the new stadium. We'll score on the new stadium. It's on the same foundation, the same field location of the NFC Championship game many years ago, where Darren Nelson dropped the ball.
Thank you for
as we say, Daryl Green knocked the ball away, and we won. And needless to say, living here in Vikings country, that is a great.
Green made the hit right at the end, but Darren Nelson had already dropped the ball. But that's all right. We still win the fucking game.
Yes.
All right.
I think the weirdest thing, like with that type of ceiling, is you're going to an indoor game, but you still have to bring sunglasses because there'll be times, especially the new stadium. The Washington Stadium will have even more more white than what Minnesota has, but it is like you're outside. Daylight, so
right. Get back up in there.
It'll be interesting.
Back, I don't know where you went. All right, we're gonna go ahead. We're running on time here, so we're gonna pick some football games. Let me find some music to put that on there. There we go. Music. All right, so we're gonna pick. We got 4 football games this weekend. It is the fucking playoffs. I'm underwater, aren't I?
No, you good.
Stop that.
You're good.
All right,
You're
good. Hey, man, how did you like last week's playoff games, Max?
Oh, they were terrific.
Terrific.
They were terrific, and I fell asleep during the Bears game.
Oh, really? That was good.
I went to bed at halftime.
Yeah, they were all pretty good.
The only one that fucking Steelers game.
Oh, I didn't watch any of it.
Damn, I should not have listened to y'all.
What? Yeah, I did take the over, and it was 39.5.
I said the
36.
Texans.
No, I needed that. I'm still in good position for my work pool, but it was I took the Steelers plus the points.
All right. Well, let's see here. Let's get us down into a reasonable situation so we can look at some goddamn football games here. I'm all lost in my stuff here. Our first game of the week. The Buffalo Bills and the Broncos. Look, man, the Bills, it seems like they're getting kind of shortchanged having to play on Saturday.
They are.
Both of them, yeah, and the 49ers too. They could have easily swapped these games to Sunday. I mean, granted, the Broncos get an extra day, but they've already got.
I don't like that the Saturday games are on CBS and Fox. And oh God, hi Jesse.
Hi, Jesse. How are you? What are you doing there?
I don't know. Sorry.
What are you doing there?
We need to give our fans a trigger warning for Jesse's face.
All you people out there learning cosmetology. All right. Anyway, Bills Broncos. You were saying, Max.
I don't remember. Jesse's face scared it out of me.
I know. That's what happens, man.
Oh, the CBS and Fox for the Saturday games, and then ESPN and NBC for the Sunday games just feels wrong.
Look, for all you people out there complaining about Netflix and Prime, shut up. You get the divisionals. So, all right. Jesse, this is your segment. Go right ahead.
Yeah. The Broncos are favored by 1.5. Over under is 46.5. And this is gonna be a good game, but you know, I mean, Bills are my AFC Super Bowl pick, and I'm staying with them.
All right. I don't know if that was underwater or not, but
That was good.
okay. I thought it sounded good. Scotty, go ahead.
Yeah, give me the Bills as well. I don't understand why the Broncos are 1.5 point favourites. I know it's at Mile High. I get that. I get that they're the number one seed. But I just still don't believe in the Broncos. I think we played them very, very close. I didn't think they were that. I thought they were bang average sides. I don't believe in Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix is going to throw a couple of interceptions, do something stupid. And I believe in Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's a really talented quarterback, probably one of the best in the league, if not the best. And is he injured? Is he okay? We don't know. His knee was bad. His finger was bad. I don't know. But that is the problem, as Pete says. The Bills don't have the weapons on the outside. It's all down to James Cook.
And they've got who else is coming back?
Curtis Samuel.
Oh, wow.
No, but they're badass defensive linemen coming back.
Ed Oliver.
Yeah, Ed Oliver.
Khalil Shakir had a big game last week. Is he playing?
Yes.
There you go. Whether they even got the ball out to John Coleman last week.
They did.
Yeah.
But the Broncos have got a really good defense. Is it the best defense in the NFL? You'd say.
It can be had.
It's definitely top three.
Can be had.
They're on the road.
It's definitely top three. So,
all right, Scotty G, what do you got in this game?
I trust Josh Allen more than Bo Nix. I'm taking the
agreed.
What if his name was Bo Nur? Would you trust him then?
No.
No? I would like that. That would be kind of fun. Bo Nur. All right.
What did you say, John? You never trust someone with two first names.
Is Nur a first name?
No, Josh Allen.
Oh, Josh Allen. You know, I kind of think that those people that are named Allen have a last name for their first name.
Good point. Max, who you picking?
I'm going to be one of the weird. I'm going to say the Bills are going to win this game.
I'm
However, it doesn't surprise me whatsoever if any of these 8 teams win the Super Bowl.
I'll tell you what. I am taking.
That's going in the book.
All right, there you go. Put this one in the book, too. I'm taking the Bills. I am also taking the over in this. I'm taking that 1.5 points. I think they're going to win this game outright. It's not necessarily that I don't believe in Bo Nix. I just don't think he's ready yet. I think Josh Allen, he did play through a lot last week, and I think it fucking pissed him off. Jesse, you got a full game parlay on this here. So go ahead. This is your parlay of the week for the Bills and the Broncos.
Yeah, Josh Allen. Under 207.
My under. You're going under.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. No. It's over. Damn, Don, you're fucking me up. Yeah,
dude,
over.
Go your bet again. Because it said under.
What did my bet said under? Yeah, under 207 pass yards. Over 1.5 pass TDs, 30 rushing yards. Knicks 25.5 rushing yards over, and RJ Harvey over 53.5 rush yards.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
rushing yards.
He's rushing.
Plus 34.51.
All right. So now again, 25.5 rushing yards for Bo Nix. If his name was Bo Nur, would you have him rush for more?
No, he'd be under.
Really?
You ever tried to run with one of those things?
Yeah, you're right. That does kind of make it difficult.
Yeah.
Gee,
Dad, how you doing today?
I was looking at something else.
Yeah, he was. He's looking at Yam's chat history.
Yam's catching strays over here. All right, I got one.
It's because he said he would be here and he's not.
John's Buffalo Stampede. It's just 3 of them, but man, they gave me great odds on this. Khalil Shakir over 4.5 receptions. Brandon Cooks over 2.5 receptions. Brandon Cooks had a big game last week. I think that they're going to go for him again. And I'm pushing James Cook up over 100. Yes,
that's a good bet. For 3801. 3808.
Here's the thing about the Broncos defense is they have Pat Surtain, but Riley Moss is on the other side. And I don't know about you guys.
Yards. I'm looking at catches.
I understand. I'm just saying I could burn Riley Moss.
Let me put that on here. Max 1.5 receptions versus Riley Moss.
Take the under. Take the under for 1.5. I'm good for 1.
All right.
James Cook rushing for 100 yards. That concerns me a little bit. That's the one that's a little iffy.
To be honest, Jesse, off your bet, the bit that concerns me is having is over 1.5 touchdowns for bloody Josh Allen.
2 touchdown passes.
Yeah,
He's got to throw it to
I
somebody.
don't know. Yeah, but does he throw it to someone? That's the point.
Yeah,
I think so.
40.
He's gonna,
because
he
had 2 last week.
Dalton Kincaid,
Yeah, true. Yeah,
he does hit that.
All right, 49ers and Seahawks.
Where's the fellow that was here earlier? It's your time to shine, buddy. Where are you? What was his name? No, somebody go find him. That was his name. He fell asleep. He was the one that came in here talking about our shit about how we picked against the 49ers last week. Picked the wrong podcast to stop in on. And no, I think he's over now trying to find the podcast to tell him that they picked wrong. We all did pick the Eagles to lose last week. We're all happy about that. Jesse is so happy that he disappeared. Where'd he go?
It's all right. I don't know what's happened in my
Who the hell knows? He is in West Virginia this weekend. They might.
Did I just crash?
He's back. No, you're here, Max. I got you. Hello. Now Max is gone.
Damn. Did everybody do that?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Can you? Are you there?
Here. Yeah, I'm here.
If you're listening to the podcast, we apologise for that. It just everyone seemed to crash. I think StreamYard must have had an outage there. I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and blame the Chinese for this. Everybody beware. We might be at World War III right now. And if it is, I'm saying we're the first ones to call it. Scott?
I don't see anything flying out
any
the
missiles
windows.
going on.
Don't see it.
A perfect day to have somebody from Minot, North Dakota here to look out the window for us. Fantastic. Oh, man. Pete Soren says that the Broncos grinded out. We were talking about the Broncos and the Bills a moment ago before we all had a big blink. I don't know where Max went. I guess his internet must have crapped out on him or something. All right, so we've got the 49ers at the Seahawks. Jesse, go ahead.
Good game right here.
Yeah, great.
Seahawks are favored by 7 points. Over under is 44.5. I think this line is crazy. I think it should be more like 4. Yes, George Kittle is out, but they do have a guy named Jake Tungus who picks up the slack. I like him for an anytime touchdown. You can take that to the bank. I'm taking the 49ers to outright win this game.
Outright win.
Whoa. Okay.
That is bold.
And Sam Darnold just got on the injury report has an oblique injury.
An oblique injury?
Yes.
I think that's something that they can just put on the injury report. Somebody poked him with a needle and said, "Did that hurt?"
Well, it just popped up today.
Yeah, I mean look. If you think like the master, Bill Belichick, listen, I'm just gonna poke you with a needle here in your leg. Ow! Did that hurt? Yeah, it fucking hurt. Okay, so you're questionable with a thigh injury, right? Poke you with a thumbtack in your ass. He's got a glute injury.
John, what are you doing?
I'm taking the Seahawks in this game. I think the 49ers' charmed run of injuries being able to buoy them up runs out here. The Seahawks beat their ass 2 weeks ago. They're going to beat their ass again. I'm going to take them, lay the 7, but I'm not going to put any money on the 7. I don't like 7. 7 on the odd. It's just
7 in a playoff game is too much.
7.5. I'll go with that, but 7, no. If you want to go under that, I'll take that, but no, I'm not taking it at 7. I think the over-under is about right. I'm real hesitant on that. I'm just going to take the Seahawks on the money line. As a matter of fact, here's my big bet for the week. John's sure thing. I got the Bills plus 1.5. I think they're winning outright up in Buffalo. Bills Broncos over 46.5. I think that's probably going to be what has to happen up there. Bears plus 3.5. How are they not favored at home? We'll get to that in a minute. Rams Bears under 48.5. From what I understand, it's going to be minus 39 degrees.
It's going to snow.
Yeah, the wind's going to be about 1,000 miles an hour. Seahawks on the money line. Texans on the money line at plus 308.08. I'll take that. Hell yeah, man. That's my sure thing of the week right there. And that was San Francisco, Seattle. Go ahead, Scotty.
I'm taking the Seahawks here as well. I'm with you. I still don't even believe that the 49ers are good. Kittle's out. Which is a big miss. Yeah, I think so. I mean, they've got the best wide receiver in the league at the moment in Jackson Smith and Jigba. But Darnold can do Darnold things. Does he turn into Darnold the blockhead? Who knows?
He did in the playoffs last year. That's right.
Yeah. So who knows? It's going to be a good game, this, though.
Who are you taking? You're taking the Seahawks?
Seahawks, yeah.
Scott G, what do you got?
I'm going Seahawks. I think even though the question mark is with Darnold, I think their running game can be better. And I think without Kittle, they'll focus on McCaffrey. And hopefully, my guess is the home crowd will guide them to victory.
Max? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you hit the period there. What do you got, Max?
Oh, I think San Fran's going to win this game.
Really?
I look at the coaching staffs.
I
think Kyle Shanahan's better than Seattle. I think Sam Darnold can't do it. I think that Christian McCaffrey is going to come alive and have himself a ball game, and the 49ers are going to win this game.
Huge game.
He might have a big game, but I don't think it's going to be enough. All right, well, that's a bold pick right there, my youngin. All right, let's see here. What else we got? We got something. Jesse, you got a whole NFC pick here. Jesse's NFC parlay of the week.
Sure do. I have the Niners plus 7, Juwan Jennings plus 25 receiving yards. Ricky Purcell.
You pick all
yards.
Mostly.
20 receiving yards. Cooper Kupp, 15 yards. JSN, 80 yards. Is that 80 or 60?
60, that one.
60, yeah.
I think Cooper Kupp's double.
I guess Cooper Kupp's going to catch 15 yards twice. Looks like.
I forgot. There was something else you had. Oh, you had Jay Tongas for 25 plus.
Yeah. Tongas for 25. Matt Stafford, 200 passing yards. Nakua, 70 yards. Devontae Adams, 50 yards. Kyron Williams, over 10.5 receiving yards at plus 28-13.
There you go. One of Jesse's, you got to have a lot to happen parlays of the week. There you go. All right, let's see. Where are we now? Has everybody picked that game? Everyone picked the Seahawks game? Okay. We'll go to the Rams and the Bears. Max.
Yeah.
You are the weatherman of the show.
Yeah, it's going to be snowing.
Like how much? Because they showed us pictures last week in Chicago of it blowing like crazy, snowing like crazy, and the game, none.
So, hang on, let me get it pulled up.
Yes, please. Pull it up. You are the weatherman, the meteorologist of the show.
Hold the phone.
You are supposed to wear tight blouses, walk around in heels.
So this game it's a 6:30 kick, right? Does that sound right?
They are Saturday, right?
Yes.
No, this is Sunday, 6:30.
Yeah, 5:30
So-
local time.
It'll be 21 degrees and a real feel of 0 at kickoff.
Good.
Perfect weather.
There will be 21 mile an hour winds at kickoff. Good. As the game kicks on, right around 8 o'clock, it's supposed to start snowing with flurries. So it's not going to be like the Rams and the Eagles where there was snow on the field last year. But,
Right.
it's going to be nice to watch. And this is going to be a defensive game, and the Bears are going to win this game.
Did you say the real feel is 0?
Correct.
0.
That's minus 17 degrees in my world.
Sure.
Jesus.
Right, which I think in your world is called fucking cold.
Yeah.
And as a
So
result,
sounds
of
like a
the
nice
snow,
day in January.
Scott's
Caleb-
like, I'm
so-
hanging out on the deck making hot dogs.
Caleb Williams' rushing line for this game is 19.5.
Wow.
19 and a half for Caleb Williams.
Also, his interception line is only at 0.5.
Oh, you're definitely going over there.
Oh my good! I made a little 4-leg of Caleb Williams. I think he's going to throw over 222, have at least an interception, and have 20 yards rushing.
All right. That's only 3 out of 4.
Well, the Bears money line.
Oh, Mayor's. Okay. All right. What's that give you?
It's a plus 1900.
That's not too bad for a
So-
4-pick parlay. That's not too bad at all. Scott G, what you got?
I think the Bears clock is going to strike midnight, even though I won't be surprised if they win. I think the Rams will find a way. In just on a weather aspect, Scott, you're talking, what the real feel right now, where I'm at, it's negative 17.
Good God. That's not even fucking fit for humans. What the hell are you doing?
It's 6 degrees, so it's negative 27 Celsius.
Christ.
Feel like temperature right now with the actual
Negative
temperature.
26, did you say?
Yeah.
Negative
You know,
27.
my dick could fall off if I was outside. That's ridiculous.
But the actual temperature, the actual temperature feel like it would be negative 14 for you. So,
That noise you hear
Wow.
is a polar bear going through Scott's garbage.
We wouldn't find much, would he? Let's be honest. But yeah, moving on.
All right, so Jesse, you love the
and next Friday, the forecast, the actual daytime high is negative 2 with an overnight low of negative 17.
Scott, you get them shorts out, bud.
Yeah, I'm wearing shorts right now, but the heat's on.
There you go. So Jesse, what do you got? I know you like the Rams in this game, don't you?
Not only do I like the Rams, I would buy the points and do an alt line and have the Rams by 6.5 win by 6.5. I would bump that up. Yeah, the Bears are done. This is the end of the road for the Bears.
Yeah.
The Rams are just going to destroy them and make Ben Johnson. Listen, the McVays and the LaFleurs are fucking close. McVay's going to fucking just wipe the goddamn floor with Ben Johnson in this game. Rams win big.
We said the same thing about the Rams last week.
Scotty, what do you think?
I absolutely agree completely with Jesse. This is going to be an absolute blowout. It's going to be Rams are going to batter these by at least 10. No doubt. Maybe 14. 14-point win.
Yeah,
Should be
I'm
easy.
surprised that this line is only 3.5.
Same.
I don't care if the Bears are at home.
At any line I was looking at, this would be the line I would go 7 minimum on this. I just think they're too talented. They've got coaches are too good. Yes, it's going to be cold, but it's cold for both sets of players. It's not just cold for one set of players. Caleb Williams, nah. Matt Stafford, give me Matt Stafford over Caleb Williams any day of the week. This is the most talented side in the NFC right now. They will be at the Super Bowl, the Rams.
I think one of the key things here is, with McVay, if he has a chance to get points early, take the points, not always go for it. Because if he goes for it and the Bears stop him, that could flip the game on its head. But
Yeah, look, I'll tell you what. I think the weather matters in this game. I think that kind of cold. Joe Theismann said it, at least the first time that I heard it, and it resonated with me, was that nobody is used to that kind of cold.
1956, what he said. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So
you know what he beer fast, otherwise it freezes.
I remember what he said in '86. Fuck my leg.
Jumpy Gathers.
Jumpy Gathers. Don't you be? Look, we've already had that on this show. Right?
Can we
And,
just
the
also
guy
say
that dissed Jumpy Gathers? Where is he? Right
about
that's
this
true.
game in particular? In games under 30 degrees, Matt Stafford is 1-9 in his career.
The Matt
He'd be
Stafford
all
played
right.
in Detroit inside. They have a guy named Puka Nacua. Okay, and I don't think wherever he comes from, it doesn't get. I think
Daddy, he's from Utah. Stop
and-
talking.
Yeah, he's from Utah. Whatever. You're right. So not only can he handle the cold, but he can also deal with Mormons at his door. But so I'm still taking the Bears in this game. I think that it's going to be a running game. I love the fact that we're going to see DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai and Kyron Williams and Blake Corum. I think that's going to be the game right there.
I'll take Williams and Corum over Monangai and Swift any day of the week.
I like DeAndre Swift this year. Oh, is that okay? Here's it. John's Freezer Pop. That's it. John's Freezer Pop. This is the Freezer Pop, the 0 degree game. DeAndre Swift plus 54.5 yards rushing. Book it. Colston Loveland. This one, dude, he averages like 10, 12 targets a game, right? Whatever they for this 4.5 receptions, they average out his whole season and they go by that. This is a steal, in my opinion. They're going to target him again 8 to 10 times a game. And if it's cold and windy and who loves a tight end more than a quarterback in the cold and the wind, right?
I think
I'm telling you, 4.5 for Colston Loveland is a steal.
the Rams are really good at covering tight ends. I think.
I don't care. 4.5 receptions. He's getting 5. Pookie Nakuki at plus 7.5 receptions. I don't care what happens. He's getting his catches. Kyron Williams, 59.5 yards rushing. Yes. Blake Corum, plus 30 rushing. Yes. At plus 1463. That's the Freezer Pop for the week.
I do agree with John. Rushing totals, I would definitely lean on the over.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah.
But I do think I trust the Rams defense more than I do the Bears defense.
The Bears defense is so opportunistic. They take the ball.
Max, who are you going with?
Oh, I think the Bears are going to win this game.
Yeah, Max opened it up.
I think the Rams are going to freeze out.
Oh, I did. Okay.
I don't think the Rams haven't played a game in the cold all year.
Even if Puka Nacua is from Utah.
Scott G, did you answer who you think?
Yeah, I think the Rams will. But
Rams,
it's gonna be
cool.
close.
Look, I'll take the lone wolf. That's fine.
Oh no, I'm taking the Bears too.
All right.
For sure.
Tamans are on the Bears side.
Taking the Bears, those 3.5 points, and
All
I'm
right,
taking
so if the Bears lose, y'all are going to paint your fingernails, right?
well, I mean, you can look at my fingernails. I can't paint too much of them. All right, the Texans and the Patriots. Texans going on the road to New England. What travels in the NFL?
Defense. Yeah,
Defense
facts.
travels.
This game is a defensive game.
Jesse, what do you got? I'm interested to hear what you say. On
This was the hardest game for me to pick out of all of them right here. Texas defense is so good, but the Patriots got a pretty damn good defense as well too. What's the word on Nico Collins?
Out.
He's out. Patriots win. I think it's going to be a tough battle, but I think the Pats just slide by barely at the end of the road for the Texans. But this will probably be the last game the Pats win this season.
All right, so you're looking at a Patriots, Broncos.
Bills.
Oh, Bills, right. Patriots and the Bills.
No.
All right, that sounds pretty good. All right, Scotty, what do you got?
I got a Texans. I just think their defense is incredible. Obviously, it came up big last week. I think it comes up big again this week. You might end up with a defensive touchdown again. I mean, they got 2 in the last, God knows, what was it, like 2 or 3 minutes last week. They can do the same again this week to the Patriots. I'm not saying I don't believe in Drake May. I think he's amazing. I think he probably should be the MVP of the league, to be fair. This season, he's been up there as one of the best quarterbacks in the league. That's for sure. But what's it like under pressure in the playoffs? You know, give me the Texans. I just think their defense will do it. What about you, John?
Let me go to Scott G real quick.
I think the Texans pull off the upset on the road.
Yeah, I go ahead, Max.
I'm all underdogs this week. I think the Texans are going to win this game. I think the Patriots are masquerading as us from last year.
Masquerading? Last year they sucked.
No, as us.
As us.
Masquerading as us.
As us.
So they are the Washington of the.
I think they're not playing many people. I think they're getting through games. I think that Drake May is having a great year, but this is the best defense he's going to run into.
That's kind of how I feel about the Bears. I just think they've gotten fucking lucky all year round.
Which
I guess. I think part of their luck is also the weather that they're going to be. It's going to be in their favor. I'm taking the Texans in this game.
He agrees with me.
I'm taking the Texans. I'm taking those 3 points. I'll take the under in this game. Yeah, I tell you what, defense travels, and their defense. We talked. We mentioned earlier who was the best. They're the best, in my opinion. In terms of playoff defense, that's the kind of defense that wins a Super Bowl. They swarm. Right. They get to the ball faster than anybody else. They make plays on defense. I love them in this game. I'm taking the Texans. I tell you what, if you really catch me after I've had a couple of – okay, I've had a couple. I'm taking the Texans to the Super Bowl, boys.
Oh, God.
Ooh, wow.
That's not – no way. Pete, I'm with Pete on this. It's going to be a tight, low-scoring game. I would definitely lean the under on this.
Oh, yeah. 40 degrees
I just don't think the Texans have enough on offense. Yeah. The Patriots, people are discounting the Patriots defense. They have a good defense. They really, really do.
They do.
They do. And I think Drake May's the offense is just going to do enough. I mean, this could come down to fucking field goal, last second field goal.
Well, I mean, I think everybody's considering the under. So yeah, you're probably right.
I think one of the teams will have a defensive touchdown that will end up, swinging the momentum of the game, or at least force a big turnover. And watching how the Chargers got after Drake May last week, I think the Texans blitz can come after him, possibly cause him to, possibly rush himself in the pocket. And if they can force a turnover or two, I think the Texans, with a short field, can, convert at least field goals and, find a way. But I
agree. I
could be completely wrong as well. I mean,
look, if they can turn this into a defensive battle, they've got the best defense left in the tournament, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even think it's close. New England's got a good defense. Denver's got a good defense. The Texans have a Super Bowl caliber defense, in my opinion.
You know what? The Texans' defense is rated number 2, and Broncos is number 1 DVOA, I believe.
Well, you know what I always say about DVOA. Give me that and a penthouse, and we'll jerk off together.
So,
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Look at the time, guys. Look at the time.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
See you later.
You're right. Look at the time.
Hell.
All right, so there we go. I am picking a Houston Texans versus Buffalo Bills AFC Championship and a Chicago Bears Seattle Seahawks NFC Championship. Scotty Hartley, what do you got?
Yeah, I got the Texans, and who is the previous one?
You got the Bills or the Broncos?
Bills, even. Texans. No, I had to pick Texans and Bills, and then on the other side of it, I've got the Rams and the Seahawks.
There you go. All right, Jesse, you got Rams and Seahawks, right? Or no, you got Rams and 49ers.
I got Rams and Niners, Bills and Pats, and the Bills and Rams are going to go to the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Same as me. I got the same one.
My early or my before season pick.
It was
Seahawks Texans. What do you got, Scotty G?
I picked the Bills and Texans with then the Rams versus Seahawks, and I would say the Bills versus the Rams in the Super Bowl.
All right, Max.
Jesse's going to shoot me. I've got the Niners and the Bears next week, and the Texans and the Bills. Texans Bears. Texans win.
Texans Bears.
Because
don't you know we have a standing in this world?
Because that game, that's the Niners and Bears, would be in Chicago.
Can you imagine that? Texans Bears. You're right. I mean, Texans Bears. Could you imagine? All right, everybody. Well, there you go.
That'd be a shit Super Bowl. Just let me tell you, that would be a fucking shit Super Bowl. No one wants to see those teams on the fucking Super Bowl.
Oh, well, that's the way it goes, man. That's why the NFL is the best. And for those of you people out there that still think it's rigged, Answer me this: who is it that signed off on Tyreek Hill getting his leg mangled all up? Probably not him, but okay, you can say whatever you want about it. Hey, I hope that the rigging and the script favors whatever it is that you're picking this weekend, so pick wisely. Thanks for being with us. We will be back again next Friday to discuss everything that happened this week and talk about the NFC and AFC championships coming up and whatever Commanders news comes up, like Brian Flores getting hired, as our defensive coordinator. I honestly believe that my ability at this juncture of the show to be able to enunciate actual words in the English language should move me off of the world's worst podcast host list. Thank you, Scotty Hartley. I know he's going to listen back to this and say, dang, dude, you did quite well. All right, for everybody out there, thanks for showing up. We'll see you again next Friday. Thanks. Later.